Coach, welcome to Teal Talk. As we look at last season and the Barracuda making the playoffs, everybody was excited about that. I'm here to say, I'll make this statement, you tell me if you agree, this year's Barracuda team, better, deeper, like equal ambitions, and I feel like this team might even be more solid to make a similar run.
Yeah, I think looking at comparing the two teams, there's a lot that goes into the game. There's special teams, there's 5-on-5 play, everything. When you compare the two teams, what I'd say about this team is our 5-on-5 game, I feel like, is in a stronger spot. What I found with our group is when we're managing the puck and we're playing the right way, we're playing tight to our identity, we're a lot to handle. We're a really good team. Fortunately, at times we've slipped away from it in short spurts. But overall, I'm pleased with our play.
And you're right there in the standings right now, so you're poised and lined up. Tell me what happens during the next couple weeks of the Olympic break. The NHL shuts down, Sharks shut down, so I imagine that's obviously no movement from an AHL player to an NHL. Your roster is frozen basically for a couple weeks. You're still practicing and playing games. Is it just a normal next couple weeks for you?
Yeah, I mean, we have an all-star break as well. We get 4 days off.
Right.
There's an AHL all-star game in Rockford that Philip Beasted's representing us at.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, pretty much business as usual outside of that. It's an important part of the year. These games are, as you progress, our division is very tight. There's 10 teams in the division, and there's been a lot of three-point games. And which has kind of created a bit of a bunching in the standings. It's we got to find a way to put some points in the bank. We want to fine-tune our game and make sure when it is time for that playoff push, we're in good shape.
I also feel like, too, there's more momentum in the AHL because of the nature of series of games, right? So if you have another team's number and you play them all weekend and you beat up on them, well, there's 4-6 points potentially. You can make runs against opponents like that.
Absolutely, and we spend the majority of our schedule playing division opponents.
Which is also a factor, right?
So a lot of games are 4-point games.
Let's talk about some players individually, and maybe we should begin with the All-Star, Philip Beasted. What made him an All-Star this year?
His production. You can't argue with his production. He's close to a point a game, if not at a point a game. He finds a way to factor into games. He's a big body, skates well, can transport that puck through the neutral zone as a centerman. Showing a lot of upside there, and he's making plays. He's finishing. I think the numbers jumped out at people, and well deserved. He works hard, and he's been good for us.
Cam Lund, a little bit of a taste of a time with the Sharks last season, but has apparently really made some strides this year in the AHL. What's the development like for Cam Lund?
Yeah, he's been strong for us. He's a guy that plays a mature game in the sense that he recovers a lot of pucks. He can protect the puck low. He can generate offense. He can make plays with the puck. We've exposed him to penalty kill situations as of late, which is a bit of an indication of can they play a defensive type role in the NHL.
Is it like adding to his toolkit a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Preparing him for that?
Absolutely. Angles come into play, stick details, finding seams and cutting them off. Those are all topics that come up on the penalty kill, and it's a good way for those younger guys to round out their game.
When Igor Chernyshov goes up to the Sharks and does quite well in that call-up and then comes back, when he comes back, do you notice that he's even more confident, or he's better, or there's something different about him when he comes back?
You know what? I didn't, and I like it that way. I think
he's really the same guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
And he before he went up, he was playing really well for us.
Yeah.
And he went up. I thought he played really well when he went up. And he's played well for us when he's come back. He hasn't changed his approach. He's a hard-working kid. He's a big body, strong on pucks. Plays on the inside. Also, everything I said about Lundy on the penalty kill applies to him as well. He's been very good for us.
Kasper Hultman, how's his season going?
He's good. He's a guy. Obviously, the shot is the asset. On the power play, we're looking to funnel some pucks to him and get him to unleash that shot when he can. And his 5-on-5 game's coming along. It's a big adjustment coming from junior hockey, and he's handling it nicely. The speed, everybody's faster, everybody's stronger, but it's an adjustment period, and he's handling it well.
I know Quentin Musty has missed some time here and there lately, maybe a bit of a segmented season. How's he doing?
Great. He's, as you said, he's missed the last stretch here a little bit. But he's showed an ability to make plays in tight areas. That's his biggest asset. And whether it's 5-on-5 power play, he can find little areas that to produce offense. He can find triangles. He can make little slip plays. And he's adjusting to the pace of the American League as well and handling it really well.
What's the most important thing for your group down the stretch? If you are going to qualify for the playoffs and then have a sufficient deep run, this month of February into March, ultimately into April, what's down the stretch look like for you optimally?
Yeah, it's consistency for me. I think you can't argue with the fact that we know what makes us successful, and it's by playing a simple north-south, manage the puck type game, get to the inside offensively. Yeah. Those are all things we talk about when we do it. Like I said, we're a lot to handle. We're a really good team. Even this past weekend in the Calgary series, I thought there were times where we had 100% commitment to doing it, and they really couldn't handle us. And then, at times we strayed slightly, and that's when teams get back in games against us. So, we would like to see 100% consistent play in those areas, and I think that leads to success for us.
Two more things. How's the team doing from a leadership aspect? We know last year there were some significant veterans that came in, did that role, did that job, did it quite well, and there was some turnover from last year to this year. How's it going from maybe the elder statesman point of view?
Yeah, it's been great. I just met with a few of them today. Colin White has done very well for us. He's also close to a point a game. He's playing the right way, doing the right things, saying the right things. Jimmy Huntington is a guy that this is his first year with us, but he's come in and made a splash right away, kind of a 200-foot game, and kills penalties, face-offs, does everything. Patrick Giles, another center, big body, protects the puck well, plays the right way. That would be the common theme for me, is playing the right way. Lucas Carlson is a guy that's back again, offensive-minded defenseman, same thing. Brings people along and doing the right things and saying the right things. So we are, in my opinion, we're in good hands from a leadership standpoint, and they're setting the standard and demanding that everybody else lives up to it as well.
All right, last thing, and you're a hockey guy. You were a Shark. You were a Worcester Shark. You've been around this organization long enough. What's your impression of the San Jose Sharks of this season? You're obviously coaching your own team and working with them. You're watching the Sharks, so what do you think?
Exciting to watch. They're never out of games. They've been able to score in bunches. They've done timely scoring. What Celebrini's doing is awesome to watch. They're an exciting bunch. That's the word that comes to mind, is that I love watching the games because I know, like I said, they're never out of it. They're always in it. They have a sense of belief. So I love watching them.
Cuda and Sharks playoffs, both in San Jose this spring. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, that'd be
Two
great.
teams in the playoffs?
That's the goal.
Johnny Mac, can't wait for that. Thanks for this.
Thank you.